Hey, what's going on, guys? Jay here from Easy Blade Shaving Products. We are back with another haircut tutorial. So today we're gonna do a skin fade, kind of dropped in the back. And the first thing we're doing here is just grabbing our outliner and just basically skinning out the hair as much as we can, making sure it's nice and clean. We're giving it a little drop in the back. That's kind of what he wanted. He wanted it to be a little lower in the back. And we're just gonna make sure that we have this thing nice and clean, nice and skinned out. Then we're gonna go ahead and grab a shaver, and we're basically gonna just shave, making sure it gives it that pop. So when you use a shaver, the foil shaver, it really gives the fade haircut a pop. So right here, we just, again, cleaning that up and just making sure, all the hair is off. We got a nice clean canvas now. And we're gonna hit it with the foil shaver. Now, this particular foil shaver I'm about to use is the Babyliss foil shaver. Really, really strong, really sturdy. I've been really feeling these Babyliss products. As you guys know me, if any of you guys have been following me from a long time ago, I was always an Andis guy, but now I'm into this like Babyliss and wall thing. And what I'm doing here is just basically flicking my wrists with the shaver, cleaning them up nicely. Now, I'm only using like one part of the shaver. At the bottom part you can use two, but I'm only using like one part of the shaver. What I'm doing here is grabbing my 5-star, just making my second guideline. Just cleaning them, making sure it's nice and clean. Now, when you're fading hair, guys, it's all about creating lines and taking them out. If you look at fading hair that way, like looking at it like you're just creating a line and taking it out, you'll do a lot better at fading. Don't look at it like an overall project, just look at it like steps. So when you look at fading hair like steps, it'll work out a lot better for you guys, Have a map, have like a road map, and if you put a boat in the water, you have nowhere to go, then you're basically gonna go to the middle of nowhere. So a lot of you new guys that are learning how to fade hair, you always gotta have a map and have a direction that you're going. I know sometimes it can be confusing when you're just starting out, but if you got a map, you'll know where you're going. Now, what I did here was grab the number 2 guard just to flatten out my canvas. It's not really taking off too much hair, but I always like to go over the steps. Same thing with you guys out there, go over the steps even if you don't have to, just to see if they work, just to see what they're gonna do for you, And then we're gonna drop down to our 1.5, and we're gonna blend into that 2, okay? And again, first time watching my videos, then what you're doing basically is fading into that previous guard. So if you guys wanna see a video on how to use clipper guards, just go to our channel and type in clipper guards explained. I basically break down how clipper guards are used, period. And that could be the most confusing part for a lot of you new guys out there, is how clipper guards are used. That could be really confusing. All right, so what I did was here, like I said, 1.5, fading into that 2, and we're flicking our wrist. Flicking your wrist is very important. I say it every video, but it's true. Flicking wrist is very important. So what I did was drop down to our 1, and then I grabbed my brush. Now the brush is gonna get all those micro hairs out of there, of course. I'm just gonna make the fade look overall just cleaner, basically. So practice, guys. Make sure that you're practicing using that machine. Even when you're not cutting hair, grab your machine and just practice flicking your wrist and practice messing with the lever. This is basically gonna help you become a better barber. You wanna be as comfortable as you can with the machine, with your clippers, with your guards. You don't wanna wait until you have an actual customer in the chair to try to get comfortable with what you're doing, You want to look like you know what you're doing, even if you don't, So you want to be comfortable with that clipper. Anything that you do in life, and you want to get comfortable with it. So what I did here was drop down to our 1/2, and I'm basically blending into that 1. If we open that 1/2 up all the way, it becomes a 1. So again, guys, you want to be comfortable with everything that you do, and that's just how it is in life, period. I want to say I started boxing about 4 years ago, learning how to box. And before I started boxing, I thought I knew what I was doing. I thought I knew how to. I wasn't a big fighter, but I thought I knew how to like throw my hands a little bit, right? But then when you get into the boxing technique, you realize it's totally different than what you think in real life. So anyway, guys, this is what I'm doing right here. Is I took off the guard, and we're basically down to our 0, which is our machine all the way closed, and we're fading into that previous guard. We're taking out that last guideline. So again, guys, back to my boxing story, right? So that's what I'm saying. I'm comparing that to you being comfortable with the clippers, right? Because you can go cut hair in your house or in your garage, but when you go to the barber shop, it's totally different. It's like getting in the ring, right? When you get in the ring, it's totally different. When you got people watching and you got an opponent in your chair, it's totally different, guys. So you want to get comfortable as you can and practice sparring, basically knowing how to use your clippers and all that type of stuff before you even start, going into a barbershop and stuff like that. So I grabbed my outliner, basically shaping up the forehead, shaping up the sides, and I'm basically creating a box, guys. And all depending on the customer, depending on the way their head is shaped, you want to make sure that you're, going the way the head is shaped. So everybody will be different. So you can't shape up everything the same. And what we're doing right now is outlining the beard a little bit. So I want to get the bottom part. The side part. And basically create that shape, guys. You're an artist. Create any shape that you want. Don't let anybody tell you different. You can get advice from guys like us on YouTube or other barbers on YouTube. But in reality, you're the creator. That's your canvas. You figure it out. But again, learn how to use those tools. Make sure your machine is lined up. Make sure it's not hurting anybody. These particular new Babyliss I said on my last video, they're very good, guys. I haven't even had to adjust them. They're really, really good, really, really sharp. So I highly recommend these clippers. And just be detailed, guys. Like I said, this haircut probably was a 35-minute haircut, but within the video, it's about 10 minutes. So you want to be detailed. You want to take your time, especially if you're a new guy. Now, I don't get too much detail on a beard until I use the straight razor. As you guys see me just kind of line it up with the outliner. I don't get too detailed. Some barbers do. I love to get detailed with the straight razor, of course. That's just me. I want to line up under that mustache, get that hair. Okay. Hit the top, go lightly. Make sure it's not hurting your client. And what we're gonna do is grab some Easy Blade shave gel, and we're gonna go ahead and apply that. So this way the blade can glide. This shave gel is translucent. You can see exactly what you're doing. And you wanna just basically stretch the skin, angle your blade at a 30, and just go over your work, guys. Pull that skin, make sure the customer's comfortable. Every once in a while, look at the customer's eyes, guys. Look at his eyes. See if he squints, like you could tell if you're hurting them if they, you can just look at their facial expression. You can see when you're hurting somebody. So if you are, apply less pressure. It all depends on the customer. Some people's skin will be a lot smoother to use the straight razor on. Like this particular client, I don't have any problems. But then some people, it'll be a little rough. You might have to apply more shave gel. Okay, so it all depends. And like I said, stretch that skin. If you stretch that skin and angle that blade correctly, you shouldn't have any problems at all, guys. And again, make sure you're using some type of lather. This is our shave gel. This is, like I said, pre-shave oil base. Really gonna allow that blade to glide, guys. And this is what we have. So after we shaped them up, we have a nice clean fade, nice clean beard, and a happy customer, guys. Again, Jay here from Easy Blade Shaving Products. If you guys got any questions, comments, comment below. Let us know what you want to see next. We'll talk to you guys soon. Again, Jay here from EasyBladeShavingProducts.com. Talk to you soon.